Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on an Emirates 777. I'm just talking watches and drinking coffee. Talking watches and drinking coffee. In business class on Emirates.
Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hi guys, it's Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is paid review AU27 and it's for Claudio. And before we start this is AU27. Let's do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe, a Grand Classic. I'm wearing my Calatrava 5296, white gold. This is the 38 mil. I think it's a smidgen big myself, but I love it. Okay, let's jump straight in. Hello, Archie. You still numero uno. You already did a review for me a few months back, so it's time to hear what the Pontiff has to say. I sent you your PayPal fee, the usual, because you don't do things for free. Is not going to help you buy the next Patek. I do not know I was a collector until I came across your channel a few years back. I thought I was just buying watches I'd like from time to time. I thought collectors were just people buying art like paintings. Anyhow, it did not help my case because you gave me another excuse to buy watches now. Out of the 6 pieces in the picture, this is where I started with my passion. Only one I did not purchase new, the Omega Speedmaster 145012 from 1967, with the 3-to-1 movement that I bought in the 90s. The rest I bought new in the 70s and early 80s. The day date is from 1981, and the Daytona is a Zenith First Series, which with still the 200 mile per hour bezel. I bought the Speedy from a friend, and though at the time I overpaid for it, watch repair shops had tons of them, but thanks also to you that for years went on and on preaching to buy the man on the moon, prices for newer Speedies are holding pretty good, and vintage pieces have gone crazy, even if I see very few all original pieces and in good shape on the market. Also, my Pro Prof from early 70s is still holding value pretty good. I don't think you can buy an all original in good shape for less than $8,000 now. The Seamaster, it is not worth much, but who knows in some years. Maybe my children one day will find out differently. When I bought the Ottavia in 1974, the dealer could not give it away. Everybody was interested in the Monaco, I guess. Today, the vintage Monaco is worth for sure more, but also the Diver has an audience from collectors and prices are not so bad. My question to you this time are, number 1, today it is Rolex, then AP, a couple of models, and Patek, a couple models as well. Isn't too boring and expensive for collectors to buy what everybody wants and cannot get? Why would you buy what people really like? Or if speculation is the game, why not to buy what today is low but has potential to be a star in a few years' time? Very, very good question. So let's just go in. Let's probe this question a bit more. Today it's Rolex. He's right. Claudio is right. I got to be honest with you, Claudio. It seems to be very much Rolex. I mean, I can remember in the early 2000s, Pam was so hot. Frank Muller was hot. IWC was hot. You know, all these brands were really, really hot. Now, It's Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. And I got to be completely honest with you. I agree with you. I think it is very important that you buy what you love yourself. The interesting thing is, so many people, this is how it is in life. They want things that other people want. They don't really want or yearn for things that they want. It's always they want to have things that other people can't get. And I mean, it's a bit sad, really, with Rolex. I got to be honest with you. I've sold a number of my Rolexes off. Okay, I had six Rolexes. You know, I had a two-tone Daytona, two-tone bluesy Submariner. I had Explorer 2, which I still have that one. Explorer 1, Milgauss, and an Air King. I had 6 Rolex. And I sold them off. And let me tell you, the reason I sold them off is because prices were crazy. And I've got to be honest with you, with Patek, the dress models have actually, I wouldn't say they're dirt cheap, because they're not. They're expensive, but they've kind of been dormant. The rest of the market shot up. They've kind of floundered as they've gotten, I tell you honestly, I actually sold, I had a Patek 5107, and I sold that for $18,500 It was box, no papers. It had an extract. Didn't have the paper, but it had box and everything. It just had an extract. Sold it for 18.5, which I think was probably good money at the time. And I saw that was US dollars. I got to tell you honestly, I bought this 5127. I bought it it's full box papers, which the 5127 is basically the replacement to the 5107. I bought this cheaper than I got for the 5107. Okay, and then that's not because that model's worth more. The 5127 I think is probably the same price as a 5107. And yeah, that's what's happened. The market has gone crazy for Rolex. And I decided to cash my chips in and buy things that I like. The problem is, let me tell you this, Claudio, it's very, very difficult because everybody wants the kudos. See, if you buy dress Patek, it doesn't have that kudos that a Hulk or a Kermit or a Batman, you don't get it. Wow, you got a Batman! See, and that's what people want. They want that, that kind of, wow factor. They want that, how would you put it? They want that validation. They want the validation. They're not going to get it unless they buy the hot Rolex models. So it sort of makes it worse. See, for me, I look at these Pateks and say, fuck, these are, I mean, to be honest with you, I know the Nautilus is crazy, but if I had a choice of a Nautilus or this, ignoring the fact that the Nautilus is, it's crazy price, I would have picked the Calatrava. It's basically same engine, the movement's the same. I like the Calatrava more. Now, I got it wrong, sure. But that's how it is. So, to be honest with you, a brave man goes against the tide, their friends, and, you've got to be strong. And a lot of collectors want validation because they're weak as piss. So, do I think it's a good idea to buy Rolex constant? Look, I love Rolex, but it really is fucking overpriced. Buy what you really, in my case, I like those dress Pateks. Buy low, and you're buying them I've sold the Rolex at a high price. Now, the danger is the Rolex can keep going up and the Pateks go down. But I'm not doing this for money. I'm buying the watches I like. So I 100% agree. The problem is people want the recognition. That's what they want. They want the kudos. Okay, number 2. I hate uniforms. Years of boarding school made me hate them. Don't you think Rolex Steel Sports are becoming a uniform for a lot of wannabe show-offs more than personal enjoyment pieces, and this can cause the prices to go down dramatically at the first recession? Look, I got to tell you the truth, man. I 100% agree with you. You know, this is the thing. People put hours of thought into what watch do I get? Oh, I want to be cool. I want to be this. I want to be that. The real truth is the people they want to mimic, like say Paul Newman. Paul Newman, his wife gave it to him. The Paul Newman, that Daytona model was a fucking dog at the time. He just, oh fuck, she gave me a watch. Yeah, I'll put it on. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, cool. No worries. He didn't give a shit. Steve McQueen, he wore the Monaco. Well, the truth is, why did they pick? They had the caliber 11 was actually in 3 Hoyas. Why did they pick the Monaco? Because they had 3 spare. They had 3 because they needed one for Steve to wear, one for close-up photos, and one as a spare. If they went with the Ortavia, or the Silverstone, they only had 2 of those left over. So the reason they went with the Monaco, they just had the right number. Steve didn't say, oh, hang on a minute, it's got to be, they didn't give him the Ortavia. He goes, it's got to be he didn't give a fuck. He really didn't give a fuck. And, I mean, it's the same can be said for so many of these cool people who were trying to imitate James Bond. Why the fuck did James Bond wear a Rolex Submariner? Why? Because Ian Fleming had a 1016 Explorer 1. And then when they're shooting the movie, one of the cameramen had one. They thought, oh, well, let's put that fucker on and we will make the movie. They were short of cash. And the James Bond sub he wore a drastically short NATO on it. The bracelet was fucked. That's what happened. I mean, Sean Connery didn't say, oh, I'm not going to wear that. He's got a busted NATO. He goes, oh, yeah, put the fucking thing on. Let's go. Smoking a cigarette, yeah, let's go and fuck some bitches. That's what he did. He didn't say, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I mean, these guys these days, they carry on like a bunch of pansies. That's the truth. I think Rolexes, I got to be completely honest with you. Complete honesty. I think Austin Daniels hit it on the head. Rolexes stopped being tool watches and they became watches for tools, okay? When they did away with the no-holes case. The no-holes case. So now what's happened is, where the lugs go, you can't just fit a NATO, okay? You can't easily do that. They don't want you to put a leather strap on. They've deliberately positioned the holes on the case so that you can't swap bracelets. See, Rolex have been a bunch of cunts. So, Rolex itself there. Look, Rolex is one of these brands where I love Rolex, don't get me wrong. But so many Rolex people are not true watch enthusiasts. I remember I went to this restaurant, I saw a guy, I said, oh, nice Submariner. He goes, no, it's not, it's a Rolex. I said, it's a Rolex Submariner. He didn't understand. You know, it's just so fucking stupid. So, I gotta tell you, man, I think the only sad thing is with what you're saying there, I was here in the last global recession. What's that, 2008 crash, that? Unfortunately, those sports models probably won't go down, okay? Unfortunately, they might go down a little bit, but you're not going to see back to retail. No. In a recession, people still want pick-me-ups. They may not buy a new car. They'll still buy a Rolex, okay? So, unfortunately, even in recession, I don't see them dropping. But I 100% agree with you. They become a uniform for wankers, show-offs. Exactly. And finally, point number 3, don't you think a Rolex ceramic is just a skinny 21-year-old show-off? Nothing to say, girl, and a Zenith Daytona is like spending time with a beautiful... Oh, this is a good point. Don't you think a Rolex ceramic is like a skinny 21-year-old girl, nothing to say, and a Zenith Daytona is like spending time with a beautiful, curvy, fascinating, almost like a Sophie Loren, 45-year-old woman? You betcha. I mean, fuck. I had a Zenith El Primero Chronomaster Open Heart. Fuck, that was a work of art. It was a column wheel chronograph, all in-house. Look, I've always been one to go for the older women. Yes, I like the older, I don't go for the 20-year-old. They're boring as shit. Boring as shit. I agree 100%. 100%. And, yeah, I don't think you could have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. You're 100% right. Look, I don't hate Rolex. I like Rolex. It is. That's why I've gone for the Explorer, because it kind of looks like the Rolex. It's not a Rolex, just a little bit more unique. 100% right, man. I mean, these fucking watches. I think the Zenith El Primero is just, that's a... Oh, you're saying a Zenith Daytona is like, yes. That's probably the best Daytona they ever made. Yes. That's you hit it on the head. And I would say Hole's Case is best. Hole's Case. My Explorer 2, I agree. I agree. I like the previous models. Yes. I 100% agree with you there. And I would even say, non-Rolex, there's some amazing pieces there. Rolex is pretty boring, but I agree with you. The ceramic stuff, it's just a show off. Yes, you hit it on the head. He goes on to say, you're the best in class. Thank you for your always interesting perspective. Best regards, CB. So thank you so much there. He's a very cool guy. I like his perspective, man. I got to be honest with you. It's very hard to turn the tide. It's hard to go against the pack. Okay? Let me tell you a story, Claudio, because I myself am guilty of this, okay? A number of years ago, I owned a quartz Patek Philippe. I had a 3944. Okay? I had a Patek quartz. And I bought it in 2003 and I sold it. And then a couple of years later, I wanted to buy it back. I thought, that'd be such an interesting piece to have. And I actually contacted the guy and bought it back. And I thought to myself, I'm going to get a lot of flack because it's a quartz Patek. Okay? It's like an automatic Ferrari. Before the paddle shifts came in, they had the Ferrari 400i. Okay? And they were always criticized because a lot of them were automatics. And, and I thought to myself, I'm going to get this Patek. I couldn't handle the fact that people who didn't know what a Patek was, they said, nice watch. People who knew what a Patek was said, why the fuck did you buy the quartz one? I just couldn't handle the kudos. I got the criticism. And I thought I could handle it. So it's a very strong thing. Popular opinion from your peer group is a fucking strong thing. And I cowered it out. I ended up selling it. Yes, I sold it, and it was actually a nice watch. It was a little bit small, 33 mil. But I said to myself, no, I want to keep it. It'll be good. Didn't last. Did not last at all. And yeah, that's just my own stupidity. There you go. That's my own stupidity. So it's very hard to go against the herd, but I hear you, and that's why I've gone for these dress Pateks. I think they're good value. The Rolexes are crazy. Maybe I get it wrong. Who cares? I'm enjoying some Pateks now, which, my stage in life, I'm getting a bit on. There's more behind than there's going to be in front, I feel. So, you've got to be... I want to wear what I want to wear. So that's the way it goes. So, Claudio, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends. Don't be afraid to put some nasty comments below. And guys, if you haven't had me do a paid review, these paid reviews, they keep me on the YouTube. Without these paid reviews, man, it'd be very hard for me to survive. That's correct. Very, very hard for me to survive. So paid reviews, $50 US, and I'll review your collection. I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you some guidance, give you some advice, and you can show all your friends. That's right. You get validation. Archie made a video about my watch, you know. Come on, man. It's a great idea. $50 US. Thank you to Claudio. He actually gave me a lot more. Fuck, he's generous. He gave me $200. Fucking hell. Okay, so thank you, Claudio, for that extra bonus. Guys, until next time, ciao, fuckaroonies. Hi, guys, it's Paul Pluta. And today, guys, I would like to talk about a new sponsor, which I'm very proud to have on board. This is the Fur Boutique of Germany. That's correct. And, you know, before you start getting really crazy with the animal libbers and all these crazy left-wing communists out there, I want to say to you, furs have been used by man for hundreds of years for warmth and to show luxury and superiority. And I'm very proud to hook up with Fur Boutique of Germany. That's correct. These people here know quality fur. In fact, I'm going to be ordering a fur coat very, very soon for one of my lady friends. That's correct. Yes, that's correct. So this is fur. I got to be honest with you. This is recycling at its greatest. This is it's a fur. They're selling quality furs in Germany. These are on the pre-owned market. This is like the watches, the Rolex watches. I'm saying buy pre-owned. No different with luxury fur. Luxury fur. I highly recommend it. This company here, they ship Fur Boutique Germany. They ship via DHL Premium. They are quality sellers. They have over 500 fur coats in stock. Large quantities, good quality. This is a chance to live the dream. Come on, guys. We know in the 70s, you know, all these animal libbers and fuckers, they all went nuts. But these fucking little rodents, you befriend these rodents, they bite you. They bite you. So wouldn't it be nice to make these little fuckers into a fur coat? So I got to be honest with you. I totally support fur. I totally support fur. I totally support it. And if you raise the furs in a raise these animals in a humane environment, and then you turn them into coats, well, who am I to say anything wrong with that? We eat meat, we eat cow, don't we? We eat cow. I'm a meat eater. I'm not a lesbian, left-wing vegetarian. No, I need my proteins. I'm very proud to be associated with Fur Boutique Germany, and I stand behind their full range of stock. Thank you. Click on the link down below to visit their store.
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.